Okay, the Battle of Philippine Sea, the last Greek carrier battle. So let's go to see the opposing fleet. Okay, so as you can see, the first mobile force under the Japanese had around 5 fleet carriers, 4 light carriers, 206 fighters and fighter bombers, 109 dive bombers, whereas Task Force 58 has 7 fleet carriers, 8 flight carriers, 475 fighters and fighter bombers, and 232 dive bombers. So for the torpedo bombers, you can compare lah. Yeah. Give me a moment first. Okay, I need to charge my Apple Pencil. So you can see this is the you can compare the stats. So this is the battleship, heavy cruiser, yeah. So this table does not take into account the qualitative superiority enjoyed by the US Navy. So the asset class carrier, yeah. So the key to carrying a large air group was using a deck part lah. So the US Navy. Okay. So the Task Force 58 is the most powerful naval force on the planet in June 1944. So it was broken down into 4 subordinate task group. Yeah. So one task group has like 1 or 2 fleet carriers and 2 light carriers. So Enterprise. So this is Enterprise. I'll take a picture of this. So the asset class carriers were the most powerful ships. They possess a good balance of striking power. After that, for the fleet carriers, there's the independent class light carriers for the US side. Okay, Hellcats. The Hellcats. So there's the asset class has over 90 aircraft air group. So the search range for the US Navy aircraft was 325. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know what's the unit for that one. So the only weakness is the short strike range. So they use the Grumman F6 F3 Hellcat. So this is the Hellcat. So they use the Dauntless dive bombers. So the training level for the US Navy was quite high and far superior to that of the IJN. So the anti-aircraft defense. Okay, you can read about this. Okay, surface combatant, they have the famous like Washington, the battleship Washington under Vice Admiral Lee. Okay. So the Imperial Japanese Navy, so the first mobile fleet, they have the super battleship Yamato and Musashi. So the carrier force Taiho, they have the Taiho. So the Japanese gathered 9 carriers for the upcoming battle. So this will get divided into 3 divisions. Carrier Division 1, which consists of Taiho, Shokaku, and Juikaku. Carrier Division 2 consists of the converter carriers Zunyo, Hyo, and Ryuho. So the 3 smaller one from the Chitos, Chiyoda, and Jiho comprise the Carrier Division 3. Okay, so this is Shokaku, Zuikaku, Junyo, Hyo, air groups. So they use the Mitsubishi 865 fighter. Yeah. So Cheetos. Okay. So the key advantage of the Japanese aircraft carrier was their superior range. So the search range was like 560. So if the Japanese use their airbase in the Malvinas, their potential range advantage could be even longer lah. So American commanders deeply fear the potential use of this shuttle bombing tactic. So another factor that extend the Japanese range advantage was the prevailing winds in the Central Pacific. So these were easterly trade winds, which means that the Japanese could approach from the west while moving into the winds, allowing them to launch and recover aircraft while headed towards the US Navy. The Japanese plan to use the superior striking range of their carrier aircraft. Yeah, so if he was careful, Ozawa could stay beyond the range of the US Navy carrier strikes. So for the training, yeah, you can read about this part. So there's a fleet air defense. So the Japanese actually had some land-based aircraft to defend the Marianas. So only 445. They initially planned to have 1,239 aircraft for the land-based force. But the problem was that many of these units were under strength. So eventually less than that. You can read this. Surface combatant, they have the Congo. So the IJN possess a marked advantage in surface firepower. So the Japanese has 11 heavy cruiser. So the heavy cruiser Mogami. Logistical support. The IJN had nothing compared to the US Navy as support. So the order of battle. Honor. The Imperial Japanese Navy. Okay, so this is the plan. Operation Forager. The Japanese plan. It's quite interesting. I got to read the entire thing. Operation Ego. This is for the Japanese side. Okay. So let's see the commander. For the US Navy, you have Raymond Spruance, Miche, Chester Nimitz, Willis A. Lee. Yeah, Nimitz. So, yeah. For the Imperial Japanese, you have Admiral Toyoda Samuel. Then Vice Admiral Ozawa Jizaburo. He was in charge of the first mobile fleet. Yeah. Then there's Jizaburo Ozawa. Then there's Vice Admiral Kurita Takuyo. You can read this if you want. Yeah, okay, this is it.